good evening. Hi, Wivery. Hi, Diligent. Hi, Leo. And Ivan, thank you for the raid. Yay. Welcome in. We are joined here tonight from the deep, dark depths of hell by a very special guest. This very special guest is a demon, unlike the world has ever known. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I want you to know, 1, I stole your wallet. 2, guys, help. SOS. She kidnapped me.
No. There's a teapot
Help!
here. Now. um, you're totally happy with the tea, right? And drinks, right? You're
Which one
totally
lets
here
me
by
leave her
your
alive?
own. Excuse me?
Which answer lets me leave alive?
The correct one.
All right, then yes.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. And one maiden, Leo, thank you. You got first. Nice. Would you say you're scary? Diligent said a scary and cool guest. Are you scary, Asa?
Well, if you watch me play Siege, maybe. Some might consider me.
Siege?
Not scary good, just scary because you're scared for,
Oh my
for
gosh.
the safety of everything in my room.
I just had to move chat. Chat somehow got out of the way. All right. So it's okay. We are kidnapped too, but that's okay. We're willing. Really? You're kidnapped as well. It's fascinating. A lot of people seem to be kidnapped, and I have no aware of who's doing the kidnapping. Maybe my little foxes are kidnapping people without my knowledge, but okay. Well, I'm really excited for tonight. Your powers of hell actually took over tonight. So I had a really wonderful lava scene in the background, but Asa Fujiko decided to take us into deep, darkest depths of hell. So we're here tonight, and we're excited for this. We're in the deep, darkest depths of hell, and I got you for as a guest. Do you see this chocolate smoothie and chocolate cake in front of you?
I do. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't know if you liked chocolate, but I figured like you could have some.
Nicest kidnapping I've ever had.
Oh, again, not a kidnapping. It's alleged kidnapping. It's not a kidnapping.
Alleged, it's
It's
true.
alleged.
Everyone can
It's alleged kidnapping. Okay, so the first question, very important, very deep question. What do you think lava tastes like?
Probably like sulfur.
See, that's a very so this question got brought up earlier in my idiom stream, and people were talking about how it is an important question. With people were talking about how they wanted to taste lava, like they thought it would taste yummy. Diligence says chicken, so you're just like sulfur. You know what it tastes like.
Well, I mean, sulfur, ashes, they're all about the same.
Okay, got it. All right, so got it. Okay.
I guess technically it'd be sulfate if you want to get technical about it, but no one's keeping track.
Sulfates? Aren't there sulfates in my shampoo? I feel like I look at it and see sulfates.
Yeah, but there's like, the ones that are like okay, and then the ones that are actively being made.
Oh, interesting. So I guess the ones in the volcanoes are the ones actively being made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raider from Ivan's Exo. Lava? Acid? What do you mean? Lava? I don't think lava would taste like acid. I feel like, well, first of all, you can't taste lava, not really, but it probably would taste like sulfur and ash. I was thinking if it tastes like anything, it'd be like licorice, maybe. So, okay, perfect. So you said sulfur.
Have you never licked a rock?
I actually haven't. Have you? Has anyone in chat?
Maybe.
You've licked a rock. Anyone else licked a rock? Is this the thing? I lived under a rock. I haven't licked it. Yes. Okay, so Ivan's licked a rock too. This might be a little more
when you're
common
a
than I
kid,
expected.
you don't think about these things. You're just like, ooh, rock, and you just kind of wonder what it tastes like. So you let the impulses take over. You take a lick, and you're like, never doing that again. But good to know.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wivery, licking a rock is not nearly as bad as digging in horse poop for worms. Wivery, that's oddly specific and something tied to my childhood. We will not talk about that. I lick one right now. Lots of rocks. think I've tried to bite one. That is a bad idea. Exo says, Alex says rocks look tasty. You have to stop him from eating them. Okay, so this is a lot more common than I see. Okay, so
Yeah, you're the weirdo here.
apparently I'm the weirdo. Apparently I'm the strange one here. I'm okay being the odd one out. I'll set this one out. You guys can have that badge. The title is Rock Eater. Rock Biter? No, Rock Licker? Something like that. Okay, on to the questions. On to the questions, which I'm really excited about. So I ask all of my interviewees a couple of the same questions and then some that are for
Right.
you specifically. So this I ask everyone, how would your friends describe you in 3 words?
In 3 words?
3 words, only 3 words. And how would your friends describe you? And you can
Rude, ass, and nice.
rude, ass, and nice. Okay. I'm gonna write that down real quick.
I don't know where they're getting the nice thing from, but apparently it's there, so.
Mm-hmm. Ivan said loud, loud, and loud. I've heard that one as well.
Yeah, that one's true. Loud, loud, louder.
Loud, loud, and louder. Okay, cool. And then if you were a tea flavor, if you could be any tea flavor and you're being sipped by chat right now, what tea flavor would you be?
Chat, what's the grossest tea flavor?
Oh
you
my
can think of?
God, you can't ask them for the answer. This is not Ring a Friend. You have to use your demonic creativity.
All right, probably cinnamon tea.
Oh, really? Do you like cinnamon tea?
Fuck no, it's disgusting. I just bring a lot of spice to the into the world.
Oh, that's funny. So you're like, I bring spice, so cinnamon. So like anyone sniffs you without being in the tea, they just sneeze. Why is the background black? That is because we're in the depths of hell right now with Asa. We're in like Asa's home turf. Demon
Yeah, I
realm.
built a little platform on the 2nd floor hole, bottomless pit. So
Yeah.
we're chilling in that right now.
Yes, we are. We are chilling in the bottomless pit, and it's really fun down here. So
On the 2nd floor. You gotta
somebody
remember that
might have
part.
gotten kidnapped, and it might not have been Asa. Might have been forcibly teleported to a bottomless pit, but we're here. We're here and drinking tea. So at least I have tea. It's delicious. All right.
Great.
Yes. What are you sipping on aside from tea, Asa?
Some wine I bought this morning, and I'm downing a pizza at the same time.
Nice. Okay, that's good.
It's a great existence right now.
That is really good. It's a very good existence. Okay, so what are some things before I get into the question of what could you talk about forever, because then we will talk about that thing forever. I heard a little birdie told me that you might have some pretty cool vocal talents.
Indeed, I do.
Could we somehow, have you sipped enough wine where you could somehow show some of those vocal talents to us? Is that possible?
Yeah, I'll do that shit sober.
Oh, they're asking what kind of pizza. Before you do this, what kind of pizza you got?
I'm eating a 3-meat hand-tossed pizza. You know, I just like shoving meat in my mouth, so sounded good this morning.
Nice. And Diligent asks, I always hear the saying when it's a cold day in hell. So what's winter like in hell, Asa? Asked by Diligent.
Technically, the hell I live in doesn't have winter. Now, we do have access to the other hell, the one that's missing an L. It's pretty cold over there, not gonna lie. Would not recommend.
So Asa's hell does not have winter.
No, we have, like, the closest we have is, like, you know, when the souls of the damned need to be re-released and a new filter needs to go out or whatever, we get a lot of ashes. That's the closest thing we have to snow.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, that is a very different kind of situation. Okay, perfect. So we've got a question from Exo. If you could sing Toxic for the 4th time. Do you sing this a lot?
Not doing that again.
Wait, I sing Toxic sometimes too, but I do like a jazzy R&B twist on it.
Oh, mine's full like I just do the metal vocals over it because it's just way easier
Oh,
for me.
my hand is hovering over the audio controls right now. So it is hovering so badly over that. Um, I am excited. So what's one of your first vocal talents you can like show off a little bit? Sober, I guess.
Sober.
Sober, apparently, because you made a big point about that. So I was like, okay, sober.
Well, I meant as in I don't need alcohol in my system to have the courage to do them. I can just do them on command.
Because you have the courage or because you have no shame?
Both. Mostly the second one.
Okay, great. Good to know. I'm sat. I'm genuinely sat right now. I'm waiting. I'm staring at you.
Well, okay. My first one, I guess, technically would be my screaming because since I sing a lot of metal music, you know, screaming is just kind of natural.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I
so
put
I've
you at
got like
50%?
as long as Discord doesn't cut me off and chat can hear me. That
Oh,
would be
Discord
perfectly.
might.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of I could do like a low ring scream or low volume.
Okay, hold on. Let me just bring you down just a tad. Okay. Okay. I think you'll be safe to go full volume. Go for it. Here we
All
go.
right, I'm gonna back up a little bit so hopefully Discord doesn't cut me off.
Okay, anyone in chat who has sensitive ears, back away from your device. Here goes.
All right, y'all ready, chat? Here we go.
Oh, it cut you off. No. Halfway. 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 It cut you off. Oh no.
There's just so much direction in it. Hold on, let
There
me turn my own
is.
mic sensitivity down and see
Yeah,
if
do
that
that.
helps.
Hi, Brainique. Welcome in. We're
Try
in.
again.
All right. We're getting screams out. Vocal talents. That's a pretty decent hell scream right there. That was a straight up, really great demon. 10 out of 10 demon scream. Nice.
Thank you, thank you. That's just one of many.
Okay, bringing you up, bringing you back up. Okay, cool. Next. Wait, this is cool. I feel like I really got the ambiance of hell, like the deep, dark pit of hell with that one. More.
Oh, you want more?
Yes.
Well, up was probably your wrong decision then, because I
Wait,
can do
what?
both ends of the screaming spectrum. I can do
Oh,
those deep guttural screams like that, and then I can do like higher pitch. Like I can't quite do screeches yet, but I can do a lot of higher pitch stuff too.
okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna bring you down just a tad so we don't break it, and then go for it.
All right, let me turn my mic sensitivity down because I can't do as good a volume control on these. There we go. Okay.
Oh, it cut you out. Your mic was like, demon, not today.
Not today, demon. You shut
Not
up.
today. Not today. That's pretty good. Scuff. Not Alex just shooting like straight up. Just shooting you. That's great though. That's really cool. So, how long did you have to practice to do that? Because I think I've definitely tried to do the scream like, oh, but all the best I got is like that grunt, the grudge girl, like,
Oh yeah,
you know
like
what I'm
that.
talking about? Like, that's the
Yeah,
closest
yeah.
I can get to anything remotely like that. Like, how long did it take you? Did you practice all the time? Is this like your obsession? Like, what? Talk us through that.
So I originally started. Oh, God, when was it? It was, I'd say like we'll just say 2020. That sounds about right. Is when I kind of got interested in it, and then about midway through 2020, I kind of just started trying it out myself because I was like, I've always just been a naturally loud person.
Mhm.
Uh, so I was like, I'll try it. It was a lot harder to figure out, and then I started just looking up like YouTube videos, like stereotypical, like how to scream. And then I was like, well, this doesn't achieve anything. I was like, how to scream without it hurting, because you know, if your throat starts to hurt, you're doing something wrong. So
I
it's been
see.
a long journey, and I'm still learning some new techniques, and it kind of sucks because like you can have a technique, but like somebody else's trick might not work for you because it's everyone's different. So
Oh, so it's like getting used to knowing your own throat, your own your own like kind of, I guess, vocal tools, and then you just kind of practice with it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really, really cool. Do you have any other kinds you would like to share with us, or do you want to be interrogated?
Like any type of voices or
Vocal talent, so
oh,
like
vocal.
either
Well,
voices or different like things. I'm trying to think if I have any. The best I got are some fake accents. That's all I got. I got my transatlantic accent. Do you have any fun
transatlantic. Hold on, fuck whatever I have. I need to hear this.
what do you mean? Think Mary Poppins. Think Mary Poppins or like the
Okay.
British or Bridgerton, like that transatlantic. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I understand. Is it like very stereotypical British, like just sitting there, like cutting off all the little
Pa.
E's and stuff?
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like that,
Like,
yeah.
just hyper aggressive,
Uh
not like the subdued British,
aggressive
like
isn't
I
the
call it
word I
gently,
would
but
choose in this scenario, but yeah. Oh, Alex
okay.
Alex says to drink water. Water specifically.
I left my water in the living room, but I have some in the fridge behind me.
Nice. I am drinking some Gatorade actually, also along with my tea to stay hydrated, and it's helping my throat, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, I drank a lot of tea too because of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And then, yes, Asa, water, you dehydrated rat. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, Alex and Asa know each other prior to this, and throwing names like that are common terminology. This is not rudeness. This is friendship. So
Yeah,
just so you
yeah,
know,
you know what?
for context, I need to give people
It's
context.
it's like y'all will hear me just randomly throw insults at Amy, but it's because we're friends
You threw insults at me?
all the time.
I'm
It's like a coin flip if you actually notice it or not.
It's insanity. I don't hear such things. I don't know what this person's talking about. All right. So, perfect. We can move on to my next thing, which is you kind of have a new look right
Yeah.
now. Can you you seem to have are you better at hearing right now?
I mean, I changed my hair a little bit. I don't know how that would affect anything.
Mm. So talk us through like what are some of the changes? What are you really excited about? Are you feeling spiffier?
Um, I have these weird ears grew out of nowhere. I don't know what happened with that. I also have a tail. You can't see it, but there's a tail under there.
You should turn around and show.
All right, all right, chat. Looks like you're
Tail,
getting a
tail,
show.
tail, tail, tail. What is he tail? Is it a demon tail? Oh, nice, nice.
Nah, it's a rat tail. I don't know where it came
That's a
from or why
rat
it happened.
tail. Nice, nice.
Moves too.
Awesome. That means you have to get all of your pants tailored. That sucks. Do you do it yourself?
Nah, yeah, I just got a hole in them.
Oh, you just got a hole. Oh, okay. That's gonna rip eventually, but I guess it's fine.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Tail, tailored. Leo, that's so funny. Jelly, hi, came here with Ivan, but my internet dropped. Oh, welcome, Jelly, welcome, Jelly. We are interviewing Asa right now. Alex says, so yeah, chat, it's all good and fun. We communicate. Amy asking us to turn around and show us tail. Just leave it for EXO to twist my words.
It's okay. I made the same joke.
Tisk, 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 tisk.
Well, similar one.
Yes.
I
All
said
right.
chat's getting in a show they got.
All right, so I'm going to do shout outs right now. I'm going to shout you out. So if any of you haven't seen Asa's content or stuff or Portal, Asa does some really cool high energy stuff. So you can go take a look at Asa. And we're going to get into the meat of like interests, some philosophy, psychology questions, and then we're going to talk about streaming journey a little because we have a lot of like people that either want to stream or will stream or have streamed before. So we want to talk about that, and then maybe some advice and wrapping up. So that's the big vibe.
I do want to say for anyone who intends on checking me out, if you have attention problems like I do and you need constant fast-paced action, I supply plenty of that, but volume warning. That's all you'll get from me.
Yes, volume warning. If you're looking for smooth, quiet ASMR, that's probably not the quite fit, but I think you'll have a lot of fun. Okay,
I have something.
yes. Have something. You'll have an experience. All right, so let's talk about this question, which I really love. So Asa, you do like talking, I think. Do you actually like
Always.
talking? Do you
I'm
actually enjoy?
I'm a certified yapper. Yeah,
You are. Okay. I was just I didn't want to.
I got a
I've
degree in
never asked
yapology.
you. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you love yapping. What could you I know you could talk about just talk, but is there a topic or a thing that you could talk about forever? Like someone gets you on this topic, you just become unbearable. Like you could talk about this forever. I want to take some time to talk about it.
Oh, poor Alex got to deal with it. I think quite literally either yesterday or the day before. So I've been rewatching a video about the Drakengard. Like for anyone who doesn't know, that's Drakengard, the video game, and Nier Automata and Nier Replicant timeline, and I have that timeline so well memorized at this point. I can quite literally just start spewing things from memory. But I know there's some people in chat that are EXO that want to learn it for themselves. I'm like, all right, so you're gonna have to play this game, skip this game because it's not actually canon. Play this game, read this book, read this novella, watch this stage play, watch this
Oh.
anime.
When you say
Yeah, there's a lot.
timeline, you know, it's really interesting. Someone else was talking about timelines. Ivan City, when he was talking about timelines and being obsessed with, I think, was it Zelda? The Zelda like timelines? Ivan, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But what is up with the timelines? Why specifically the timeline is what's getting you? I think that's like going over my head.
So the thing with the timelines is, because again, I don't want to spoil anything for EXO specifically, but anyone else in chat who might be interested. The thing that interests me more with like the Drakengard and Nier timeline is because even though they're two like separate like game series, they're intertwined.
Oh, wow. I'm typing notes, by the way. So if you hear me tap, 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 that's what I'm doing. So they're intertwined. So they're the same
Yeah.
company? The same company created them?
Well, they're both written by the director Yoko Taro. And the reason I like his so much is because, well, he did give a lazy answer about why like every piece of like media that is involved with primarily Nair has the most, but like Drakengard as well is canon is because you know, he just says that like just they're all different timelines, and like again, I'm trying not to say too much, but
Okay. So they basically have, even though they have different timelines, they have intertwining stories. The same director wrote them. Is there something about the world? Like, can you say high level, like psychologically or sociologically or meaning wise, or to you personally, like what about this series is really stood out to you or made you really interested? Is the world building? Is the characters? Is it, you know, plot points? Is it just fantastic writing, art style?
yes to all of those. But the main thing that gets me is Yoko Taro's philosophy on like, because when he made the original Drakengard, he kind of had this like thought process of like, you know, of with storytelling of like how can someone kill like, you know, hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of people and still be hailed a hero. So he took that, spun it around, and was like, well, what if they're not a hero? What if it's like kind of all nuanced and like stuff like that?
Mm.
So it'll take like, you know, here's your characters, and like we're supposed to be on their side, but when you kind of look at the circumstances around what they're doing, you're like, it's kind of not a good thing, but I guess, in their mind, they're doing the right thing stuff. And then like Drakengard specifically deals with it more.
Mm-hmm.
There's uh Drakengard and Drakengard 3. Like Drakengard 3, for example, like the I guess the sisters will say, because that you'll find that in the bio of the game. They're all, with the exception of one of them, they're all like or I guess two of them. They're all like, meant to be like the saviors of the world, but like one of them, she's absolutely insane and loves experimenting on like people and animals, and just gets hyper fixated on like tearing things apart and then putting them back together better than before. And then like in the first Drakengard game, there is, which deals with it the most, which I find really interesting. Each character is kind of designed around a certain like sin or a certain like bad character
Oh,
trait or
I see.
whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Like our main character, his main trait is like rage or revenge. Like that's all he has. That's all he's focused on. That he's willing to like kick down the people he was once meant to protect, just to get revenge on the main enemy of the game. And then like there's one character in the game, she like went through a traumatic experience, like her husband and her children were killed, and when she had her mental breakdown, she decided that the way that she could like save children was by eating them.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah, it's
dealing
just
with
very different.
you're dealing with characters that are very, very nuanced, and some would argue really walk this line between good and evil. And that must really interest you, especially as a demon, right? And like I love how Jelly said, Asa, you're about to fall into endless chatter.
Yeah,
I did ask what you could talk about forever. This is why I asked this question.
I've done it on stream before. I
Oh,
accidentally ended up
really?
I spent like a 2.5 hour stream session, not even playing the game I was supposed to
Oh
be
my
playing, just
God.
yapping.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so we're gonna take a break from that. I have some questions, but we're gonna put a pin in that and go to some questions from chat. Okay, so Blonde Leo says, Asa, how do you feel about Yoko Taro's upcoming involvement in Evangelion?
Well, let's just say I am now suddenly watching all of Evangelion because I've never watched it before, truthfully. But now that Yoko Taro's, working on
Otaro.
it, I really am curious to kind of see if he tries to pull his usual stunt of, oh, I'll find a way to keep making it canon to everything else.
I heard they were rebooting Evangelion, and I remember when I first watched it just being very confused and sad. So I have no idea if I want to put myself through something like that again. We'll see. We will see.
I play a game that makes me cry every year on my birthday.
And
I feel like you'll be fine.
what that's one person's normal is not another person's okay. Hold on. You're gonna have to expand on that. So first question, are you a masochist?
No.
Okay. So
Well,
why do
I
you
don't know. I
play a
haven't done
game?
experiment.
What is the reason behind playing a game that makes you cry? And what is the reason it's on your birthday, if you don't mind sharing?
Well,
And
one,
will
it's
the
my
answer
favorite game
make
ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, my favorite game of all time. I don't know why I kind of got into the habit of always playing it on my birthday, but I always tend to like just play through it.
Wow, interesting.
I don't know why, and the ending always makes me like just start bawling and crying and lose my emotions, even though I know exactly what's gonna happen, which
That's so
arguably makes
cool.
it worse.
What was it called?
Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII.
Crisis Core.
It's a prequel to Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Got it. That's fascinating. What an interesting birthday tradition. Birthday tradition. I don't have any birthday traditions like that. I don't know if anyone else does here. Okay, I have another question. Is It's fun to see world continuation from the same artist. I know I'm reading this so late from Jelly, but yes, it is. Oh, Alex asked a cool question. How do you wear headphones since you have 2 sets of ears now?
Like any sane person does.
Which is?
I just put them on.
No, I know, but
I gotta slide them like under my horns and
right, but
then.
which ear is listening?
Well, I've kind of gotten so used to my normal like demon ears, so the rat ears are kind of a new thing to work with, but we're getting there.
Oh, okay, got it. So your right ears basically get to listen to the rest of the world, and then your demon ears are listening to the music or whatever is in
Yeah.
your ears. Okay, cool. We've got it. We've got it. Let's see. Need to finish watching the movies, EXO says. Jelly says, at least Amy took Asa to dinner first before asking. Consent is good first. Consent is great. Do like that.
We love consent.
We do. We absolutely do. Kind of makes the world turn. Okay, so I think I understand a little bit about your draw to the Dragon Guard Nier Automata and why the timeline a little bit. I think the fact that the director is creating such incredible gray area for morality is so interesting. Do you find gray area of morality and exploring that and exploring good and evil in people or creatures is something that you're particularly interested in, or is it just because he did it so well or this person did it so well?
All right, so I'm gonna give you a wild answer to this by not answering it at first. I'll get to it. But so I've always had a hatred against like perfection and like the like black and white like type thing. Like I don't like perfection because I'm like I refuse to accept anything as perfect. Like everything has a flaw. And that mentality when I got into like learning like about the Nier universe and Drakengard universe, it like all these characters and like even like other movies and animes, you see it where like this character like by one person's standards are like, oh no, they're doing the wrong thing, this is bad, but by someone else's you'd be like, no, it's justified, that makes sense, because it's like I'm not gonna like what's the best way I can say this without sounding terrible, like I'm more concerned what's going on like in my life or people's lives directly connected to me versus like say if some random person just I don't know, did something bad, but was like out for revenge. They did something. It's like, well, I mean, in their mind, they're right.
If they're not revenging you or anyone you care about, in your brain, you just have a natural reaction like, well, does it really affect me?
Yeah, but like it's one of those things. It's like, in some ways, like I get it. In their mind, they're doing the right things, and other people, like from a third person perspective, probably not. But we're always like, in terms of media, like constructed, like, hey, this is the good guy, this is the bad guy, this is the guy you root for, not that one. But I've seen a lot of media with like villains that actually have a really good point, just went about it in the worst way possible.
I've seen a couple of those too.
From Naruto, he's the best example.
That's so interesting. So you say you don't like perfection and you enjoy the imperfection. And it sounds like you really dislike being forced a narrative or a subjective view about someone else's morality. So like an outside person coming in and like saying, oh, we must all think this character is good or bad. Or are you saying in stories, they make it too easy for the reader? Like they just say, hey, this guy is a good guy, and they have no struggle or depth, or like they don't balance like their dark side.
A little bit of both, because I'm someone who likes to kind of like look at both sides.
Okay.
Like as much as possible before ever coming to a conclusion. So when it's just kind of so simply painted, like, and I'm not hating if you do like that storytelling, like my granddad, he loves like, here's good guy, here's bad guy, whatever. But like, I like to be like, look at both sides, be like, okay, is what this guy's doing like right? Like, is he doing the right thing for the wrong reason or the wrong thing for the right reason? Like, I like depth.
That makes a lot of sense, and that like exploration of imperfection, I guess for you, gives you depth when you look at characters. Jelly says, I love villains. Nice. Alex says, might be dating a hero, but I do love villains and morally great characters. Yeah. Have you ever seen either Lady Vengeance or Old Boy, Asa?
I can't say that I have.
Okay. They are these really intense revenge stories coming out of Korea. So they're Korean revenge stories, and Old Boy is very questionable. Leo says, "I love those movies." I know. I know. I'm a big revenge fan, and one of the things I love about revenge stories is kind of like slightly touching on what you're talking about, which is in any other scenario, what this person is doing is vile and evil. But something so awful has happened to them in the beginning of the story where most of us are okay with it. And so it's a little different from what you're talking about, but it kind of is like a cousin, a somewhat close cousin. So yeah, I was curious. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance is my favorite. I still need to watch that. I've heard that that's a really good show. Exo says, I'm actually such a sucker for villain turned hero with moral difficulty stories. Would you say you really like those, Asa? The sucker for villain turned hero?
I'm kind of like 50-50 on them. Like, if
Okay.
it's done right, like, some characters, I can't think of the character off the top of my head, but there's like some characters I see who like go from villain to hero, but still kind of keep some of those like villainous type traits. Like, they still like to talk down to people, but, help them in the same, like at the same time. And,
Mm-hmm.
so I get the appeal. I'm kind
That's
of
cool.
into it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that was really cool and I really appreciated. So I feel like I got to know you a little bit better in the sense of kind of what you find interesting and what you care about, because obviously the talking about Dragon Guard and the Near Automata and then Yoko Taro's philosophy, I'm interested to see if he brings that same philosophy into Evangelion. That makes me actually want to see Evangelion if he brings that. So that's going to be really cool. Okay.
Would be interesting.
Yeah. You get like, let's give you 30 seconds or 1 minute to wrap up. Is there anything else about Dragon Guard Near Automata timeline, these intertwined series, Yoko Taro, that you kind of want to say before we move on? Because we're gonna move away from this.
If it wasn't for me enjoying how complex the stories are, they'd be confusing as shit, not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes.
So they're
When
not for
when
the
I
faint of
say
heart.
when I say every piece of media involving those is canon, I'm not lying, with the exception of Dragon Guard 2, because Yoko Taro didn't work on it. Uh, yeah, everything is canon.
Wow, fascinating. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next part, but I'm just gonna read chat real quick. Jelly says, I think of tsundere villains as just that, tsunderes. Or heroes who have such a strong morality, they end up questioning if their actions are actually good. So they have like, Exo, you're talking about internal struggle and strife over their morality. I actually really love looking at villains who think they're so good, but they're actually evil. Those are scary. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, philosophy and psychology questions. Let's chat about this. This is my favorite. So this is my favorite area of topic or to chat about. So I have a question. Would you say that your virtual self is more authentic, less authentic, or the same amount of authentic than maybe who you are at the core?
I'd say pretty same.
The same all the way around? Is there any ways in which it differs?
I guess the biggest way would be like, when it comes to like not on camera, I'm a little bit more what would be the best word to say it? I'm not gonna say nice, but like
He's they said it. Nice.
no, because like nice isn't exactly the word. I usually have a good word for it, but I can't think of it right now. This wine's fucking me up a little bit more than I thought it was.
Like warmer, softer? Oh, you didn't understand the question. Okay, let me ask it again. Is your virtual self more authentic or less authentic than who you are? as a person. Less mean. Alex says less mean. Does that hit Rice? Hit right for you?
Compassionate. That's the word I was
Compassionate.
thinking of. Yeah.
That's a big word. That took you that is worth the thought. Compassionate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a lot more compassionate and like I mean my virtual self is still like compassionate, but like when the camera's on, I take it out back, chain it, and I like to figure life out for the next few hours.
What an imagery. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so you're a little bit more compassionate. Okay, but in general, kind of you feel pretty authentic. Okay. And was that always true for you? Do you feel like you've ever had an issue with authenticity? Has that ever been a pain point?
Oh my god, yes. So, when I was in school, it was still that time that you got bullied for liking anime. So I always
Mm.
tried to keep quiet about that part, but uh there was a point where I just kind of said like, really, who cares? If someone mentions it, I'll talk about it. If not, I'll just shut my mouth. And I was for the longest time very introverted. Like I still am, but I'd say I've kind of drifted more towards like ambivert. Like I'm kind of like 50-50 depending on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I, like I've always been like, when I was on my own, I was always loud, outspoken,
Mm.
didn't care what I said to others. But as soon as I was out in public, I was very shy, quiet, you know, too scared to say anything. Compared to now, I just don't care.
Okay, got it. Okay, interesting. All right. So now that's wonderful to hear that you feel like very comfortable in yourself and feel very authentic. That's awesome. I
Yeah, because I'm
think
awesome.
yes, you are awesome. I was waiting to see if you'd say anything. Damn it. I was waiting
I
to
mean,
get a
I'm not
rise out of yourself, but you're like, no. Okay, sounds good.
like, what am I supposed to say? Like,
I
oh my
don't
God,
know.
yeah, you're so right. You're absolutely
I
correct.
don't
I'm the
know.
best
You could
around. I'm
take it
just so
both ways. Either you could like be like, no, 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 or you could be like, yeah, that's right. But instead, silence.
fuck that. I'm not humble.
Jelly says, I want to not care too much. I know, right? It would be nice, but it's hard. It's hard. We are all built differently. All right. So at the parlor, we take a lot of stock. I take a lot of stock on politeness and manners. Politeness and manners to me feels like a very important fabric of society, especially with strangers and especially with people we don't know. But I wanted to ask you, do you feel like, because everyone's got their own take, do you feel like politeness and manners are necessary, unnecessary? What's your take on them?
I mean, I feel like, okay, so say you're like meeting someone for the first time, you genuinely want to give a good impression. So, assuming you're not named me, uh, you're gonna try and act very polite and be like, just say like, oh, they're like, hey, how you doing today? You're like, oh, I'm doing great. How about you, Karen? And then, uh, and then if you're me, someone's like, how you doing today? And I'm like, does it really matter? Do you have to ask?
Do you say that out
Why are
loud?
you talking to me? I have said it a couple times, yeah. I generally try not to, because a lot of times I do have people interaction is while I'm, being paid to be somewhere.
Right.
So I try and act nice.
Okay.
But sometimes
So
it
you can be
slips.
paid off for niceness, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah, money's money. I'll do anything for money.
Sounds good. Very demon-like. Interesting. So, for you, politeness and manners, it sounds like you want either if you want to make a good impression, it's there as a tool, but it's not necessarily necessary or something you put as a high priority.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, cool. And then do you have negative thoughts? Because I'm about to ask you if you have a remedy for negative thoughts.
Oh, absolutely. I have negative thoughts all the time.
Okay. Do you have Dark Skill. I just saw Dark Skill. I looked over at chat. Hi, Dark Skill. Dark Skill says hi, Asa.
Hi, Dark.
Um, okay, so like when you have a dark thought or dark thoughts or things or negative thoughts, I shouldn't say dark thoughts, negative thoughts, what are some of your remedies? And surprisingly, Anyway, I'll say this after. Yeah. What are your negative thoughts? What do you do? What do you do? What's your
Uh,
next step?
so anytime I start to have negative thoughts, I look at what those negative thoughts are, and if they're actually worth feeling bad about, then I do. If not, I just simply, well, I'm not gonna say simply just stop feeling them because they tend to not go away, but I just kind of bitch and complain about them until they eventually do go away.
You bitch and complain. Okay, so who do you
Yes.
complain to someone? A
I
person
do in
or
fact complain to myself, yes.
oh, about them to yourself? Okay. All right, sounds good. So for you it's a lot of like introspection and kind of you're kind of yourself with like there's nobody else in the room necessarily, like physically in the room, and you're kind of there and you're processing them.
Yep, just me, myself, and the voices in my head.
The voices in your head, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's really interesting. It's really interesting because a lot of people have said that they turn to people when this happens. Their first interaction is to turn to someone, and I don't necessarily always do that myself. So it's kind of interesting to see this for you. So for you, you process your negative thoughts. It's a solo activity. Okay, sounds good. And then my next question is, would you live forever? Why or why not?
If I had the option to, yes, absolutely.
Really? You're one of the only people who've said yes. Yes, why?
Uh, just knowledge. I just want to learn.
Right? Exactly. Oh my gosh. Everyone who else who've seen the previous interviews, this is what I'm talking about, right? To like learn everything.
Yeah, I really like learning and like discovering new things, and I feel like if I live forever, just like whatever, sure, I can travel the world risk free. Because hey, if I get in trouble in one country, I can just wait until that government goes away,
Oh
and
my
then I
gosh.
can continue living.
Got
Or
it.
I could just take time to like learn new languages or every language, and get to learn like history and culture and just vast infinite amounts of wealth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds so much
Knowledge
fun.
wealth, not like monetary wealth.
Yes. Okay. Cool. That's awesome. All right. Finally, I have someone else who's going to live forever because I'll probably live forever too. So we'll see. Okay, let's see if there's any questions that I missed in chat. Darkskill says, by the way, Amy, ask Asa if he's going to wear the maid cosplay again in the future. Are you going to wear the maid cosplay again?
Uh, yeah, I actually had a really funny idea with it, but I'm still debating if I want to do it.
How are you going to be sending pictures to people or like dropping them in places? Because the parlor has an art section.
Um, so I do intend, or I'm thinking about traveling with it.
Oh, interesting. They're suggesting you sell it. I don't know if we should suggest those things, but that's
I
funny.
mean, if people would pay for me in a maid dress, yeah, absolutely. Say no more.
Oh,
I
right.
mean, I'd do it for free, but payment would just help.
You did say you'd do anything for money. Okay, sounds good. Oh, hi, Rain. I didn't see Rain come in. Hello, hello. Starts fire, then runs. It's okay. We're in hell. There's fire all around us. Um, okay, ask guest. Jelly asks, what's your favorite language right now? That's a good question.
Well, I only know one. That'd be English, but if I had to pick another one to, try and learn, it's a pretty close tie between. It's a three-way tie between Dova, French, and Korean.
Dova?
All for entirely different reasons. Yeah, Dova, the dragon language in Skyrim.
Oh,
I used to know it.
that's amazing. I was gonna
I
say I
used to be
don't
able
know
to
the
write in it
country
too.
Dova. Interesting. So Dova, Korean, and what was the other one?
French.
Oh, French. No, I tried to learn French, and then the la and the no, but Korean's really cool. Korean's really cool. Hold on. You here? Try this. 배고파.
No.
It just means I'm hungry.
Well, I just ate, so I'm not hungry. I'm not
Okay,
gonna sit here and lie to you.
how about 안녕하세요? 안녕하세요.
Yeah, no.
It's hello.
I'm not gonna be caught slipping on stream and messing up words and looking bad.
I thought you had no shame.
Oh, I have no shame. I just don't want to be caught looking bad. There's a sheer difference between feeling shameful and not wanting to look bad.
Oh, okay, that's true. Well, that's true. So ego.
Yeah, if that's what we're stroking.
Okay, got it. I got it. All right, cool. Let's see. Jelly says maybe you should take some financial advice from Asa. Ivan, you are less fluent than Asa is. What? I think I'm missing something. French is bread. French is bread? I don't think French
So it's
is
kind
bread.
of funny why I want to learn each of these three languages because
Mm-hmm.
they're vastly different reasons. Like Dova, I want to learn just because I want to be able to speak a language that very, very few people in this world know. Because I know not many people have taken the time to learn Dova because not that many people are committed. And like I said, I used to speak it and be able to write in it. Like I turned in an entire English paper once in 8th grade, just strictly written in like not even simplified Dova either. Like I did the full like claw marks and
Wait,
everything.
really?
And yeah,
That's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. That's what my English teacher said. But and he was like, I hate that you'll put more effort into doing this just to not do the assignment. I'm like, I did it. He's like, yeah, but I knew you didn't write it in English, so he's like, I can't give you a passing, like like an A or anything, because I don't know what this says, but I'll give you like a B for like really good effort. And I was like, thank you, because that took forever.
That's a really good teacher.
He was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a really cool teacher. Yeah, that's amazing though. So how many letters are in Dova? Like what kind of letters are we talking about? Is it 25 or
So there are less letters and more like symbols.
hmm,
Or I guess more like dragon claw markings.
I see. Okay. Is it like is it syllabic? Okay, my nerd is coming out here. Sorry, give me 1 second. Hold on.
He's like, I gotta fight it. I can't let it out now.
I'm struggling here because I want to ask so many questions. So, um, like for example, a Japanese is syllabic. It's like ka, kiku, keko is like each one is a letter. Ka is a letter.
Mhm.
So it has like a consonant and a vowel together. When you're sounding these out, is it just like, is it phonetic where your consonant and vowels are separate, or are they together? Or is it one image is a whole word, like Chinese? So it's like an emoji
Uh,
or imagery
I
language.
I'm about to ruin your brain. So it's a lot of mixed in with uh Norwegian's alphabet would be the closest translation, but uh or like Scandinavia would probably be a closer comparison. But yeah, it's kind of like a mixture of English and uh like Scandinavian language and lettering, but there's also like a lot of the way it's actually pronounced, like you have like Dova Klamik no Sa, like a lot of random, just kind of, well, not random, but there's a lot of unique like words and sounds.
That's really cool. Well, I hope you get to relearn it. That sounds awesome. You should do a stream in Dova and then give a reward out to anyone who can translate it. It'll be like this really cool puzzle piece. And when someone finally gets to it, they'll open it up and they're like, I finally figured it out. And it'll be like, just kidding.
It'd be so much easier to insult people into their face.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's really cool. Okay, so I will get out of the rabbit hole of talking about languages, and different languages. So the next question and the last question in my psychology, oh, bye dark skull, in my psychology section is, do you remember your dreams?
Yes.
Okay, do you dream in color?
Yes.
Why was that a
I never
question?
thought.
Or
Well, I wasn't prepared for that question.
oh, some people
kind
don't dream in
of.
color. That's why
What are
I
they,
went to.
colorblind in their sleep, or just like
Um,
colorblind in general?
People have different varying abilities to imagine things and visualize things in their head. So I was actually recently just speaking to someone who said that some people are unable to visualize a person's face in their head or a space. So, and then the person that was telling me that was a mother, and she was saying, like, can you imagine someone who has a kid and can't see their kid's face in their head? It's just a concept. It's the idea of a kid. And I was like, I can't even imagine that. Yeah, anyway. So some people are unable to. So I wanted to ask. Okay, so you do dream in color. Do you dream as yourself? First person, third person, second person? What's your POV?
My POV's most of the time first person. Very rarely third person, but mostly first.
Okay, so it's mostly your first person, sometimes third person. Are you always yourself? Like, are you ever another, like, are you ever like a 10-foot tall giant trolling around a fantasy land kind of thing?
Nope. Usually just me and like having a grand old time during an apocalyptic world-ending scenario. Yeah.
Oh, really? That was going to be one of my other questions. So you're so you're like it's apocalyptic most of the time?
Oh yeah, no, it's like my like usual fun, entertaining dreams are like everyone else's like nightmare. Like most people would have one of my dreams be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I had to watch so many people die and the world was ending." And meanwhile, I'm like, "Damn, why'd I have to wake up? That was so much fun. I was having a great time."
Interesting. Okay. So psychologists say that the feelings and emotions you have are more indicative of what the dream means to you than the actual imagery. So now I like really am interested. When you are starting out in these dreams, are you like, is everything peaceful at first and then you go into apocalypse, or are you in the apocalypse?
Uh, Usually just in the apocalypse, but
Okay.
sometimes they start off like the ones that kind of like get me sometimes are like the ones that start off like not much is going on, and then I have like a High School of the Dead type situation,
Mm-hmm.
and like suddenly everything falls apart, and I'm left in kind of one of two modes usually after that. I either go into full badass, taking down every enemy, whatever, or I'm just like kind of like, well, damn, this is my life now. Oh well, and go on complaining while doing whatever I need to do to survive.
Interesting. And then the positive emotion you're feeling, what are you feeling? Freedom? Is it freedom you feel? Is it excitement? Is it like agency, empowerment?
Usually freedom and excitement. Excitement because I'm like, yes, finally something different. The government's been overthrown, or like, or, or like, just like, oh, cool, I'm free to do whatever I want. I don't really have to care about anything at this point now.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the lessening of like the weight of day-to-day responsibilities is gone. Also, the current like social structures that seem constricting are also gone. And so the apocalyptic world is a place of like adventure, an opportunity kind of thing.
Yes.
That is so cool. Okay. Awesome. Do you hear sound ever?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do hear, wow. So you hear sound in your dream. Do you actually hear it, or do you have the concept of a sound? Do you
Uh,
audio like hallucinate and actually hear, or do you have just the concept?
so I do have the audio hallucinations and actually hear it, and I think that's tied to the fact that I do have actual auditory hallucinations, so my brain kind of already knows how to work with that.
Oh my gosh, really? That's incredible. So you're the first person I've talked to about this. The only times I've ever heard, I've only had it two times. One was a person's voice right when I was waking up, and that's never happened again. And they weren't definitely not in the room. And then the other time was like my alarm went off, right? And it incorporates in my dream, but that's totally different. So you're saying you will often have some level of like audio hallucinations in the dream.
Both in the dream and while I'm awake.
Okay, wow. Does that ever get in the dream? I guess that's normal for you. Does that just feel very normal? It's just like part of existence for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I get very like what's funny too is because like most of the time I know I'm dreaming, I just kind of roll with it. because I'm like, well, this is pretty fun. I'm gonna have a great time with this while until my body decides it's time to get up.
That's are you saying you're lucid? Are you saying you're like when you're in your dreams, you're often aware that you're dreaming?
If that's the term for it, then yes.
Oh, wow. Can you control your dreams?
To an extent.
What? So sometimes I'll get aware that like I'm flying and I'm in a dream, and so I'll try to fly. I often fail. So sometimes I get aware, but rarely I'm not. Most of the time I'm not. Like what parts of your dreams are you able to kind of take control over?
It's gonna sound like the most gamer answer possible, but like I can usually like have an inventory type system. I don't know, the way it works for me is very weird because like I can be aware that I'm dreaming, but I can't just do whatever I want. Like I still gotta like say for example, like scavenge for things and do like inventory management and all that, but I can't just like type in cheat codes and God mode summon some powerful weapon to make it so much easier.
Okay. That's
I
really
try and then I get mad and then I'm like, this is bullshit. Let me have cheat codes. It's my own brain.
That's
Give me console
amazing.
commands.
That's amazing. That's really funny. Okay. Um, wow. Okay, got it. So you have a lot of control and like consciousness in your dreams, which is probably pretty unique and pretty cool. Um, let's see. I'm gonna look at chat to see if there's anything. Coop mode for dreams. Co-op mode. Exo says they need co-op mode for dreams. Also, and I will have fun fighting things in our dreams. I like that. Can we just get hooked up? It's called the Matrix. That's the Matrix.
For real.
Jelly says, "Wait, can people not hear their dreams?" Wait, Jelly, can you hear your dreams? I cannot. I cannot hear in my dreams. I haven't heard the only people I've talked to aside from Asa who can hear in their dreams are mostly talking about, like there's a TV playing in the living room or there's an alarm going off and it gets incorporated auditorily into the dream. But it's very different from like your brain coming up with its own kind of auditory hallucination. Let's see. You just dream in Resident Evil mechanics. Wait, is that true? I haven't played Resident Evil. Is that true?
That's I mean, pretty much. It might not be Resident Evil exactly. Sometimes Skyrim, sometimes, but for simple terms, examples, yeah. It's also funny you bring up the like auditory thing, like people will hear like what's going on like with their like TVs or whatever, and that
Mm-hmm.
gets incorporated. I don't have that. Anytime like
Oh, really?
because I go to bed to like YouTube or anime or something like that all the time, but my dreams like never incorporate it.
So that's interesting. So you've never had the experience of an external stimuli being incorporated in your dream, but you will have your own experience in your brain. That's really cool. Okay. Jelly says, oh wait, hold on. Let me go back. Ivan says, see, I don't have dreams anymore because they were shattered by society. That's a different kind of dream. Yeah, that's most of us, I think, at this point. Jelly says, I can hear both my dreams and my maladaptive dreams as well. Like daydreams, maladaptive daydreams as well. You can hear both your dreams and your maladaptive dreams, like daydreams? Is it music?
Oh, is that what that means?
What do you mean,
I didn't-
maladaptive dreams?
yeah, I didn't know what that word meant.
Well, maladaptive daydreaming is usually what people talk about, and that's when you are awake and you completely zone out and like they're just kind
Oh,
of existing. I maladaptive daydream. Well, it gets used in pop on TikTok and then it's used clinically, and so there's some gray area on like what you define it as, but um I have some level of it where I will stand in the middle. I'll be walking. And then all of a sudden I'll stop to an outside person. I will stop. I will start talking to myself in the middle of the living room. And I might be doing anything like pretending to conduct this interview or pretending to accept the Nobel Peace Prize. Like I'll ever get it. Um, like something like that.
so that's what that's okay. I've always wondered because I have the same thing. Like just as detailed as my dreams are when like I'm going to bed, my daydreams are just as detailed.
Oh,
Like
really?
yeah, I'm really good at imagining things. So like when someone's like say telling me a story, I tune out to what they're saying. Like I'm still taking that information in, but it's being reprocessed and sent out to me, like, as in, like, I'm actually, like, visualizing it, like, I'm in the area, like,
Mm-hmm.
everything around me will
Yes.
say, like, they're talking about, like, "Oh, I'm, going through, like walking through the woods, and I found this dog, and we started just trying to find the dog." Like, I physically feel like I'm there, like, I just unless I snap myself out of it, I just will get lost and be like, "Damn, I'm not where I was just a minute ago."
Yeah. That I think you're probably like it's a spectrum always. You probably have a very rich what someone would say is like you have a very rich and vivid inner world. And so it's almost as real, if not maybe more real sometimes to you than the physical world or like the I don't know, I don't like calling it physical world, whatever we call this fleshy machine body. I also find that sometimes I get lost, like I get trapped inside of my brain sometimes and I'm just there. But so many good things happen there. Like solve issues, I figure myself out in there. So I don't know if it's a bad thing necessarily, but it's definitely weird to some people. I remember I used to freak out my mom a lot. So let's see what Jelly says. I can hear both of my dream and my surroundings. Oh, that's cool. So Jelly can do both. Jelly's got superpowers. Daydreams. Ivan says, wait, real question for me. Okay, so all your questions were fake, Ivan?
Yes, you didn't realize
Was
that?
that? What's going on? Jelly says, I can actually zone back in myself by moving physically too. Oh, wow. So, Jelly, it sounds like yours are really intense. And then by moving physically, you can kind of come back. I don't think I'm quite there. I can kind of kick myself out of it if I want. So, Exo says, I can daydream somewhat vividly and do things, rely on muscle memory and tune out everything else. Oh, that's true. Like you can be thinking about something and do something like with your hands or something. Okay. Okay. Ivan says, can you have a conversation with yourself, daydream or zoning out?
Yes.
The answer is yes to that.
Well,
Okay.
because here's the thing. Okay, I don't talk. I think I've mentioned it like once or twice on stream, but I don't tend to talk about it that often. So, like, the whole voices in my head thing, that's not entirely a joke. Uh, I play it off as one most of the time, but no, like when I start to have a conversation with myself, it's like there's three other people in the room with me. Everyone's gonna think I'm really crazy now.
No.
but but yeah, so when I get to like when I really need to figure some shit out, I kind of like enter that daydream like state and just like have like a room with just like a round table, just me and the boys in my head figuring life out.
And your kind of auditory, let's call it a hallucination, like auditorily hallucinating or auditorily hearing it physically in your ears.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. And all three of them have unique personalities too, so it gives me a very wide range of perspectives.
So in a way, when we go back to your comment about what do you do with negative thoughts, you are in a way, as far as you're concerned, are talking to somebody else to some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means it's coming back to everyone who has answered this question essentially talks to someone when they're having negative thoughts, which is fascinating to someone. Fascinating to me. Okay. And so do they enter the dreams with you? Like when you fall asleep and you dream that very vivid dream. Are they there?
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes. So it kind of depends.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, and this is where like my whole lack of sleep tends to, at least in my opinion, come from. Is that one of them kind of always stays active to know what's going on, like physically around me. So my brain never really fully shuts off. It's more like rest mode for a computer. So as soon as you hit spacebar, you're up, like it's up and on.
Hmm. And that's probably why your dreams are very lucid, because usually lucid dreams, you have to be in like the semi state. You can't go fully into REM. So maybe that's biologically like what's happening. But anyway.
I'm a superhero. Let's go.
You kind of are. You kind of got cool superhero powers. That's awesome. Or demon hero powers.
Don't let the government know, they'll take me for experiments.
Quick, delete everything. Okay, let's get back to chat really quick. Ivan says, but completing sitting down or doing activities. So can you daydream and then also do a physical activity?
Yeah. I'll just leave someone out of a conversation. to
Okay.
like physically control me, just so I can still get stuff done while I'm off doing something else in
Okay.
my head.
And are you aware of them doing that thing, or are you completely cut off from that?
No, I'm aware.
Okay. Cool.
It's like having a monitor just in the room to see what's still going on.
Mm-hmm. So there's a really big distance then. There's like a big dissociation from whatever's happening with the fleshy robot and then like the conversation you're having. Okay.
Did she just call me a clinker?
I call myself that too. Fleshy robots. That's what we're all or that's what I
Damn,
think.
chat. She just called all of us clankers. Can't take
No,
that.
I didn't say that. How could you?
I didn't know
Putting
you
words
were.
in my mouth. I want tea in
I
my
didn't know
mouth,
you
not
were
words.
robo-racist, Amy.
Putting
Wow.
words in my mouth. I
That's
only
okay,
have
Amy.
tea
Me
and
too.
chocolate. No.
Me
Do
too.
not
I hate those
associate.
robots.
No. Okay. Moving on quickly. Change the topic. Political move. What do the politicians do? Okay. Let's see. Jelly says, I rarely talk to myself in dreams at all, actually. My brain checks created a wide range of other people who interact with me in my dreams. Same. I often interact with other people, and I'm always someone else. I'm rarely myself in my dreams. I'm like different race. I'm a different height. I'm a different gender. Sometimes I'm not human. I'm
Well,
like,
she straight up hit shuffle on the character creation.
really?
Says,
No,
all right,
really. It's like the randomized button, like the dice roll button, where they all just like, it's always something. I've lived out entire lives. It's like, there's this one time I lived out entire life as like this old spy guy. I was very fascinating. And I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't have a,
I
I don't
think
have a,
interesting.
I don't have a life. Yeah. Okay. However, I have found that I am completely unable to remember names. That's fine. Exo says that's bad for your hardware, Asa. Asa is just Moon Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flash mechs with skeleton pilots. Interesting. Alex's flesh suit. That's funny. Okay. Cool. This is absolutely fascinating. Now we have a question, a newly added question to this question from the last person we interviewed. Do you see technology in your dreams? And I think the answer is going to be yes, but I'm going to ask like phones, a phone or a computer or things like that.
Well, now just so you're wrong, I'm gonna say no.
Come on. What the heck?
But yes, I do.
You do.
Yeah,
You do.
I do.
Okay. I do too. Some people don't. So, okay, that's a great. So yes too, Tech. Cool. Okay, awesome. All right, chat. Any other questions? Any other questions, thoughts, comments about anything we talked about? Because then we're going to jump into streaming journey. So any questions about the psychology or philosophy questions for Asa before we move on? Ivan says that's just Amy's past lives manifesting. It's my many faces. I mean, my idiom chat and my parlor already know. It's I have many masks and faces. So yes, it is my lives manifesting. Jelly says, "Can I bite your horns, Asa?"
Why do you want to bite my horn so bad?
Jelly, why do you want to bite his horns so bad? That's not a yes or a no. Wait a second. That's not a yes or a no.
I was hoping you just kind of gloss over that.
I mean, it's a yes or no question, Asa.
Well, I feel like I deserve an answer before I say yes or no.
Okay, Jelly. It's so appetizing. There you go. That's an answer.
Well,
I'm sad.
Exo, to answer your question, no, the horns are not sensitive. I don't feel anything.
That's so funny.
My handlebars do not feel anything.
Handlebar.
You seen these things? Don't get me wrong, I love them, but that's absolutely what they are.
Okay, Alex asks, "What are you, Asa? Rat demon thingy? What?"
Rat, demon, puppet, whatever. We'll just keep stockpile rather than changing every time. We'll just stockpile. I'll just be everything.
It's giving a little bit of demonic, like chimera, a little bit.
What'd you just say to me? What'd you just call me?
Is that offensive?
Guys, she's being racist again.
very objective. That was a question. I guess not. I guess the answer is no. Okay, moving on.
Objectifying question.
You're the one that called your horns handlebars. I am not doing the
Yeah, but they're mine.
objectifying
I can
here.
say whatever I want.
Oh my god.
I say it, it's funny. You say it, it's wrong.
Okay, so Exo says, let's see if you can say the name thing if someone pets your horns. What? The name thing? The same thing if someone pets your
God,
horns.
learn to read. I was like, that's a wild question for Exo to ask. And I look down and read it. I'm like, damn, she cannot read.
Yes, I'm a little bit shocked at the direction this has gone, and I have questions now.
Told you I'd find a way to derail this
It's
conversation.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. This conversation's about you, so you have not derailed it yet. Alex is saying it gives off 12-year-old hybrid OC, half joking. Only half joking. 50% joking. 50% not joking.
I mean, it's 100% a true statement.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else? If not, we're gonna move on. Jelly's like, come on, my answer. Well, our guests, because they're not actually kidnapped, they don't actually have to answer anything they don't want to. So, Asa, you are free and gold. All right. So, next up,
I
streaming
prefer
journey.
silver.
You prefer silver rather than gold?
Yeah.
Oh, I prefer gold rather than silver.
I can see my reflection better.
It shows your reflection better?
Yeah.
And that's why you like silver?
Yeah. Have you not looked in the mirror?
I mean,
You can thank a mirror for why silver is better than gold.
no, that's such an interesting reason to like silver more than gold. But if you see ego as like the most important thing, or being able to see yourself as the most important thing, maybe?
I don't know. I was just trying to fuck with you.
Oh, okay. I was taking that very seriously. I was trying to figure it out, psychologically chat about it. Never mind. Moving on. All right. Let's talk about your streaming journey.
All right.
We got here. How is your energy levels before I go? Do you need another drink, caffeine, sip? Are you good to continue on? We're already at 10:30, which is a little longer than usual.
I need another bottle. Not a bottle. Jesus, another cup of wine.
Okay, got it. As we do this, silver is also good to see poison. It is. It is very good. That's a very good thing to see with poison. I've never tested it because I don't have poison, so I wouldn't know. But I've always kind of wanted to have a silver spoon and then like pull the spoon out and then be like, poison. And then I'm like, Sherlock Holmes, let's figure out who. Shut the manor down. Let's figure out who done it. I think that would be fun. I see there's a lot of like, Jelly, you like that? Learn from an anime, Alex? Nice. I've learned too many things from animes, I think. A roleplay idea? I know, right? Maybe the parlor could figure out who's the poisoner beforehand. Maybe they could pick, and then, or the mods could help pick, and then I could try to figure it out. I know.
All right, I'm ready to move on again.
You're ready? Okay, awesome.
I'm good now.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna kind of condense the streaming conversation into kind of one question because I really want to get to the last question that might take a while. So
Okay.
the question is, walk us through kind of your very first streaming experiences. I'm assuming on Twitch, your very first experiences streaming, and like what drew you to it, what kept you there, what were your challenges and struggles, and what kind of drew you to sharing yourself with other people.
All right, let's see how I can make this a lighthearted topic.
Oh no, if you don't want to talk about this, we can move on completely.
No, I'm okay talking about it. I just gotta find a way to make it sound a little more lighthearted than it actually is. So we'll just say it as when I first decided to get into streaming, uh, I was very depressed at the time. Life sucked. I hated everything. Uh, and then I was watching Hololive because I was just getting into VTubers. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to learn how to do that." And I started off as a PNG tuber. Person I worked with, she was an artist. She helped me with my first like PNG, my old one I used to use.
Mm.
And she helped me with that and then got me started. And then I was like, I really want to make like some online friends because I was like, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of in-person friends.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so one thing led to another. I ended up in a group with Jelly and Alex, and then Alex and I became friends, and then I got introduced to all of you, and yada yada. Great story. We're all friends. Happily ever after. Cheers.
Did you just drink your wine after
Yes,
that?
I did. Yes, I did. I did indeed.
That was a prop to your story. That was amazing. Okay, cool. So it's friendship. It's the power of nakama, like the power of friendship that kind of brings you here and keeps you here, is what I'm hearing.
What? No, friends are just a benefit.
Wait.
I don't want anyone thinking I'm nice and like being around people.
Okay. I'm sorry. I must have hallucinated what you just said to me then. Makes sense. Okay, got it. Understood. Not friendship. Not at all friendship. Friendship is definitely not the absolute most important reason that Asa Fujiko is streaming. It's friendship is definitely not what brings them here. So we gotta write that one into the history books.
Y'all are just like people I hate less.
Yeah, absolutely not friendship.
I feel like I do need to say, Amy's chat. I am joking on that. I do care about these people very much.
I like how you're like, I should probably translate. Yes.
Well, because like, yeah, my own chat would know. They would understand. They get it. They're used to it. But I was like, I feel like there's a lot of people in your chat that might not understand that my whole like thing is that I'm just like world's #1 hater. I hate to hate.
If you are this compassionate on stream, I wonder how compassionate you are off when you're walking around.
Ask Restless.
True. All right. Well, we'll phone a friend later. All right. Sounds good. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing your streaming journey. And that was as lighthearted as you could make it. And I think a lot of people do find a community, I think, when they stream. I know that's a big part of why I'm streaming is community and building community. So although
You're welcome.
yes, thank you. So yeah, I think it's really great. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up. This is the last question. Actually, there's 2 tasks, but this is the last question. So, the question is, wait a second. Did I
Chat, she
mess up
forgot the
here?
question.
No,
And I thought
wrote
I
it
was
down.
the drunk one.
Hold on, I wrote it down, but there's 2 now, and I don't know where the other question came from, so I'm freaking out right now. All right, so hopefully this is the correct one.
We've added more.
I feel like this one wasn't gotten asked. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask this one. If there is one thing you would like to be known for by the end of your life, what would it be?
I want on my grave, died hate until the end.
Died hate till the end?
Died hating. Not hating, hating.
Hating with the apostrophe.
Yeah.
And with 1 L or 2 L's for till? Do you want an apostrophe on till too?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, great. Died hating till the end. Perfect. Okay.
I want people to be at my funeral, and I'm gonna have videos at the ready. And at my funeral, I know it's gonna start off. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's gone. I miss him so much." And then the videos are gonna start playing. They're gonna be like, "You know what? Yeah, glad he's dead. About fucking time. I don't even know why I'm here anymore. I'm going home. Y'all can figure this shit out."
Interesting. I have a feeling that's not how it's gonna be, but let's say we can make sure, or whoever can make sure that that's on your tombstone.
I will pop my ass up out of the grave if it's not. I will physically check myself. I will claw my way out of my hole, turn to my tombstone, and if it doesn't say died hating or
I
something like that,
right.
I I'm
I
starting the zombie apocalypse.
I think
Fuck
that's
it.
the perfect dichotomy. It also captures like the perfect dichotomy of everything you've been saying because someone has to care deeply about you to first of all buy a tombstone and have a place for
Oh,
you
it's
to
already
actually
paid
put
for.
it on. Oh, it's already paid for.
Yeah, no, I've already. My grandparents they bought 8 like plots in the cemetery that I live
Oh.
right next to.
Mhm.
And then because I had a lot of health issues growing up, we kind of didn't expect me to make it that far.
Oh.
So
Oh.
we kind of already have a headstone bought and
Oh
paid
my
for.
god. It's
Yeah.
I, wow. Well, I'm glad you're here with us today. So that's amazing. All right, so you have nothing to worry about. So people could truly just hate till at the end in that
Oh
scenario.
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
got it. Okay, never mind. Dichotomy gone. Evaporated. All right, and the other question, because Alex said ask both, and I think that's a good idea because this one was relatively short. If you had to go to a different world and bring our world to the new one, which story would you choose? Whether it be from books, comics, movies, games, or etc.
Oh, so like I can choose what world we go to?
Yes.
Oh, where do I start? Mm,
I think this
definitely
question.
what
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it definitely wouldn't be like, I would love to say like, like Gaia, like the planet from Final Fantasy VII. I would love to say that, but I also don't want to have to worry about missing my electric bill and having an army at my door when I go to open it. Uh, so Skyrim would be good. That'd probably be my safer option, like doing like the Elder Scrolls world with like Tamriel and all that. I would like to say like the near universe, uh, but I know how that ends. That's not great. So I think I'd rather go with Skyrim.
Okay, so Skyrim it is. I don't think we've ever heard anyone say that, but cool. I asked EXO. Okay, I asked EXO this one. Okay, sounds good. Yes. I feel like I had asked that one before and I wasn't sure. All right, perfect. Okay, now it's your turn. What is your question for the next person? So this comes from a very favorite interviewer I do. They do this tactic, so I'm stealing it from them. Can you leave a question for the next person they have to answer? Um yes.
I have 2 options here. I can either make a genuine question or I can make a bullshit one that you're actually gonna have to ask.
You can make it whatever you like. And I will write it on another page.
Alright, I got one. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yo, you ballin'?
Oh my gosh.
What, you thought I was gonna make it a normal question? No way.
That's I'm gonna have fun asking that question.
You're gonna die before you ever get it out of your mouth. You're just not gonna be able to breathe.
I'm gonna start
You're gonna
laughing
forget
before
about
you
it.
even say it. Or I should just deadpan it. I'm really fascinated because I definitely don't remember the questions when I leave and like schedule the next person who might want to come to the parlor and interview. So it would be really funny if we matched up to someone who's super serious and literal. Oh my gosh. I'm so fascinated at what the next one will be. So, yes,
Get to the
I will
next
take
one, they're
it.
just
I'll
like
take it.
super serious and
Yes,
like, and then you're just like, yo, you ballin'?
yeah. It's like the like what do you want to ask the first person trend right now that's going on TikTok. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but it goes like, what would you ask the first person? The person goes like, what? And then they ask that to the next person. Just what? They get really funny sometimes. So it's kind of like that a little bit, not gonna lie. All right. So for Asa chat, we're in the last couple minutes here. Do you have anything you want to bring up, said, you wish, Asa, is there anything you wish I asked? Chad, is there anything you wish I asked Asa? So, yes. Alex says, I want to know what the other question was. Oh, I asked too. If there is one thing you would like to be known for the end of your life, what is it? Died hate until the end. And the other one was like, if you want to take our world to the next world. Those
And
were
I
the
said
two
Skyrim
questions.
for everyone else's safety
Yeah.
rather than my own.
Yes. Any other
Uh,
things?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
All right, awesome. Okay. This was so much fun, Asa. This was really great. Really enjoyed picking your brain.
You're welcome.
Yes. Oh, question. Asa, did you make your own model? From Leo, Blonde Maiden.
I'll answer this in 3 parts. Part 1 being my original PNG I used to use. Kind of. I helped with the design, someone else drew it. My second model, yes. My current-ish model, Alex helped with the horns.
Oh, nice.
And that's it.
That's awesome.
Well, also like kind of switching over because I used to use a female model. Alex helped with pretty much just made the male model, so I didn't have to because I was being lazy. So thank you, Alex.
Nice. Alex said, I meant what other question? Oh, Alex wanted to know the serious question.
Was there a serious question?
How many cups of wine have you had?
Oh, I just finished my second one.
Oh, okay, that's not too
For
bad.
anyone who wants to know, I'll just add a splash of comedy to this. I am drinking out of a Pokemon cup from the early 2000s. I think this one was during Indigo League. It's got Ash and Pikachu on it.
That's great.
It literally is the size of my hand.
That's amazing. Okay, so Alex, Asa does not remember the question that they were possibly gonna do. Okay, perfect. I love how it also looks like you're drinking from the
Oh yeah, because you can
yeah.
you can see that.
It actually like looks like as you're drinking, it actually looks like you're drinking though from the Sunday. All right.
Perfect.
All right, we are going to end for the night. This was absolutely fun. Thank you so much, Asa, for coming in and hanging out with the parlor and being here of your own free will. So yes.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for kidnapping me.
No, there was no kidnapping happening. And thank you so much, parlor guests, for coming through and chatting. We're going to finish up tonight. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night, all.
Bye-bye. Wait, hold on. Did I shout you out? 1 second. I can't remember. I didn't.
Yes, you did, but you should do it again anyways.
Okay. There's Asa. Shout out. Okay, good. I did it. Yay. All right. Bye.